This video will show you how you make a ransomware safe server. Ransomware has cost a lot of billions for society and businesses. We can prevent it with a proper file system. I call it a protected revertible file system. PRFS for short. This has three modes. In the normal mode, you can actually make a file and you can also modify or edit the file. But if you do so, a backup is made. And this backup file cannot be modified, so not by you, but also not by the ransomware. So you always have a backup of your original file. The second mode is the read-only mode. You can actually check all the files, you cannot modify them, you can only read them before you're actually going to delete your backup files if you want to make more space on your storage device. The last mode is the reverse PRF mode. You can actually delete all the backup files, but you cannot modify your normal files. So even if ransomware would be active, it still cannot destroy your files because you cannot modify the normal files. So how do we make such a device? We take a Raspberry Pi, for instance Raspberry Pi 0, Wi-Fi, and connect a switch and an LED. We can also print with a 3D printer a housing for it. Then we install the Raspberry Pi OS with the imager, download the software from GitHub, then we make it, compile it and install it. If we also have Samba, the Samba server, then we have a working PRFS ransomware safe server. Here I will show how you can use it. You first have to install the share on your Windows machine or any other machine. If you have the proper passwords and connection, you will actually see it as a normal drive like your hard disk. Now the server is in normal PRFS mode. We can make a file by writing some text and save it. We save it to the proper disk and you see it's created. We can modify it now again and you see another backup file. So we have the original file plus two backup files. Those backup files you cannot delete. The normal file you can edit and modify. Now we switch it to read-only mode. Now none of the files can be modified or deleted. So if you try to modify, you will see you get an error message. And neither can you delete it from the Explorer. Now we switch it to reverse PRFS mode. You still cannot modify the original file. You will still get an error message. And you can delete the backup files, so you have again space on your storage device. Then we can switch it back to normal PRFS mode and ransomware cannot attack your files.